What's the specific reason we're going to Germany?
Just go grind the rail, pretty much. I found this one rail that's really cool and scouted it out, and now headed out there and go make it happen, you know?
First try, right?
Hey, right? I know, that's always the hope, you know? Always the hope.
We're going to get a grand entrance at the back of the plate. So we're waiting for him right now.
You got premium select. We mean back to the plate.
Dusseldorf, here we go. Big trip.
We hung out at the bar, and then we got a courtesy vehicle with Delta, thanks Delta, from the bar to the airplane. It was crazy. It was almost like it was a setup. It was something that gassed me up to go get the trick for sure.
He could say we're going to like Zimbabwe. We're going anywhere. Like we're like go wherever he wants to go. And that was the coolest thing. At the beginning of the video, Tyrone and Seb and Levi, we had a meeting and they had said, hey, like Jamie, Tiago, Brandon, anywhere in the world you guys want to go? Like, so I remember them mentioning like there's this rail in Germany.
Got it. Thank you so much, man. Much love, man. Of course, man.
There was some pressure to produce, you know, when you come up with the idea of going around the world to try a single trick.
Back 50. Back 50? It's like a 15, then like a good, like 10-foot flat, then up a 5-6. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Fly somewhere so far specifically to get a trick done. I don't know if it was Tim or another homie that like just happened to see it on the gram. Someone sent it to me.
Did you find it or Jamie?
I found it.
How'd you find it?
Scoping out different like spot accounts.
You ever heard of soap shoes? Like the shoes that had the grind plates? Yeah. Someone hit it on soap shoes. They did like they grinded it on the soap shoes and did like a cartwheel off. So yeah. That was like the first clip I saw of it. I was like, what the hell?
This one clip that the guy saw got a bit viral, was floating around on TikTok and all these pages where I did it on grind shoes. And they came probably along and said like, yo, did you saw that crazy guy with the cartwheel out of the grind and stuff?
Was a crazy clip too, because from the bottom it looked insanely big, and then that was just kind of like the first thing. I was like, man, this thing, if it's like doable, like.
We just thought it was possible. The dimensions look good, you know? So I sent it to Jamie and he was like, damn.
No way. That's the rail. Like, clicked on it, it had a bunch of photos of it too, so it, like you can see like there was roll up, and then obviously I was like, all right, well now I gotta check the pin to make sure it's valid. I'm not gonna fly all the way to Germany and not like double check the pin.
Jamie had flown there when he was in between skate competitions and whatnot, so he had already gotten eyes on it.
Thankfully, I had that time in between those two contests where I just booked my own flight, got a rental car, and I just went over to Germany for like 3 days by myself. So I walk over to the rail, and I'm just like, damn, it's good. Like, it's a little tall, it's mellow, like, it's not too mellow, it's not too steep. I think I FaceTimed Tim, I think I FaceTimed Pedro. Like, I was so gassed. I went to the car. I was in the parking lot for probably like 30, 40 minutes just like hanging out. It was dead. It was like fully empty. I was like, man, if it's like this the day I'm here too, like perfect.
The rail that Mr. Foyt chose that day is actually the hardest one. And seeing it skated by a skateboarder is like first time ever, and not in Germany, but like in general, which is just surreal for me.
Crazy, bro. Insane. Never seen nothing like this before.
We pulled up to it and it has like this aura, you know? You're just like, oh my God, this is that rail.
Insanely perfect. Like good galvanized steel, like not too skinny, just like good dimensions. My doubts, I was like, man, like it might be a little tall.
What are we doing, Jamie?
Just fixing this rail. This beast of a rail.
I actually brought Bondo from America so we could Bondo it. You know, just a couple easy, clean coats of Bondo the night before, chilled there, just looking at it, kind of pondering ideas of angles and whatnot.
And even that night I was like, oh my God, like now I get to see it. I got to really like figure this out, because how he is, you know, he's just going to like land it. In reality, we got there, like all the trees were overgrown. We had to like cut stuff out of the side. Like there was a lot more you had to do.
I dropped and grinded it probably like once or twice where I went down flat, and right before I hit the thing, I kind of jumped off.
I think the second time he did that, he landed it.
I'm not even alling onto it yet, and I'm cooking, so like we're good.
When Jamie calls out something, I never have a doubt in my mind. He's like the best one I've ever seen at getting on a rail and being able to like shift his weight to be able to hold on to the ground.
This is why I have so much respect, because as a skateboarder, you're like, you need to be on point, you need to land it proper.
Yeah, get in there.
Oh, the photo was insane. Like, you know, Darwin's my favorite photographer. He always kills it.
That's the hardest part about going to a spot like this that's never been skated before. You can shoot it a million ways and it's going to be the first time it's been seen. Which is the best angle to show it?
He's one of those people where we get the photo and I'm like, how is it? He's like, it's good.
At first I was like, oh, fisheye, like that's kind of interesting. Like I wouldn't have thought like shooting that spot fisheye, but you know, Jake's such a master of his craft and he has such a good vision that, you know, when I saw the photo after, I was just like, wow, like he nailed it. Like it looks so exciting, the pop out and the rail looks crazy from that angle.
I felt like it could be something special, like it could potentially be a cover, but I mean, you never know.
All the relief happened as soon as I made it to the dirt roll away and kept going.
Oh, I was elated, overjoyed. We went halfway around the world and it was worth it. Jamie doesn't miss.
So we saw the cover and we were like, no fucking way. Now for us, like, yeah, we need to push even harder. It's inspiring.
We were driving to Burbank, me and my wife, to go to the movies, and my phone was in the middle and it started like blowing up. Oh my God, like so many people like texting you, and I was like, can you just peep it and see what they're saying? And she opened it up and she showed me, and I was like, holy fuck, like I gotta like pull over. So I pulled off on the highway and like just like sat there for a second, was like, holy shit, like when you get the cover of Thrasher, it's like the highest praise in skateboarding. So you definitely take a moment to like just, you know, take it all in.
That was also one of the best parts too, is that the skate spot is one of those spots where you're set up, where you're at the top, the boys are filming, taking photos in the middle, and then all the boys you're with are all the way at the bottom, and when you land, you roll straight into them. You know, it's like the best feeling you can ever have, you know?
Dude, you couldn't do it any better. Because I wanted to see it.
Oh,
Man. You came up close, easy too.
I'm really hyped that all the boys were really stoked to go get it. I feel like, you know, it's kind of hard to like trust someone to fly all the way to Germany.
I don't know how the fuck you did that, dude. All the pressure, like trip, like we're just coming for this rail. My stomach hurts.
Yeah, I think like Tiago said it best, like he had goosebumps.
No, amazing, G. I got goosebumps. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Goosebumps on my whole body. Never felt that watching someone doing a trick, you know?
It's funny, when I first saw that spot, I was like, who the hell builds this shit? Thank you. Thank you for building that shit. I love it.
They found a viral clip on Instagram, so they thought he must be a soap dude or like from the 90s who's still doing it. No, I'm not that old.